Seamanship 2. Trim, stability, and stress. The basic principles and displacement. Learning outcome. LO 1.1. Define the terms in the basic principles and understand displacement and the laws governing flotation. Density, mass and volume. Density in mathematics is defined as the quantity per unit of volume. In chemistry, it is defined as the mass of a substance per unit of volume. Volume is the amount of space occupied by a three-dimensional object as measured in cubic units, or in simpler terms, it is the cubic capacity. Mass is the property of a body that is a measure of its inertia, and that is commonly taken as a measure of the amount of material it contains, and causes it to have a weight in a gravitational field. Inertia is a property of matter by which it remains at rest or in uniform motion in the same straight line unless acted upon by some external force. Mass will not change wherever you go in the universe. Weight, on the other hand, changes from place to place depending on the gravity for that place. For example, Earth and Moon have different gravities. Mass is measured in kilograms, tons, etc. Weight is also measured by kilograms, tons, and others, but weight is actually a force and should be measured in newtons, the unit of force. Weight is a measure of the amount of downward force that gravity exerts on an object. The force increases with the object's mass. The force of gravity is about 9.81 newtons per kilogram. The weight of an object with a mass of 70 kilograms can be calculated with the formula, force equals mass times acceleration. The value of gravity is approximately 9.80665 meters per second squared, or 9.80665 newton per kilogram. In an object with a mass of 70 kilograms, find the force, which is the weight, using the formula, force equals mass times acceleration. Force equals 70 kilograms times 9.80665 newton per kilogram. Using the calculator, multiply mass of 70 kilograms by 9.80665 newtons per kilogram. Force equals 686.4655 newtons. Newtons because we cancelled kilograms here. And kilograms here. Convert it to kilograms. 1 kilogram equals 9.80665 newtons. Weight in kilograms equals 686.4655 newtons divided by 9.80665 newtons. Using the calculator, divide 686.4655 newtons by the conversion factor of 9.80665 newtons. Weight is equal to 70 kilograms. Conclusion. On the Earth, weight is equal to mass. Density is mass per unit volume. Density equals mass divided by volume. By transposition, mass equals volume times density, and volume equals mass divided by density. Density of 1 equals weight, or mass over volume. Cross-multiply. Then weight is equal to volume times density. We now have mass or weight equals volume times density. For the formula of volume, how do we transpose? In the formula weight equals volume times density, we transpose by transferring the density to the other side. It is done by multiplying both sides by 1 over density. Here and there. Cancel density and density to remain volume over 1. And multiply 1 over density here, which is weight times 1 over density. We now have the formula volume equals weight, or mass over density. Mass equals weight. In weight, we will use the units, tons, which is metric tons, and sometimes kilograms. In volume, we will use the units, cubic meters. We will use these abbreviations. In density, we will use the units, tons per cubic meter. Relative density. This is the ratio of the density of any substance relative to the density of fresh water. The density of fresh water is 1 ton per cubic meter, or 1,000 kilograms per cubic meter. The density of seawater is 1.025 tons per cubic meter, or 1,025 kilograms per cubic meter. Relative density equals the density of a substance divided by 1 ton per cubic meter. Dividing it by 1 gives you the same result, but you need to cancel the units for the two. The tons per cubic meter. It is now considered as a ratio. Relative density has no unit because it is a ratio. This is the end of our lesson about density, mass and volume. This is only a part of the basic principles that we will tackle for Seamanship 2. Thank you for listening. See you next time.